Welcome to another episode of Basketball Wives. This is season 8, episode 13. Shaunie's a boss, but the ladies are pretty much done with Jen, OG, and Tammy. I think this is the end for a few of the ladies, so stay tuned as we dish on all that and more.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, welcome you guys. I'm your host, Miss Conversation Piece. I'm holding it down by myself today, so I hope you're in the live chat with me so we can interact today because I got a lot to talk about. This episode was a bit much. A lot of people are walking out, and we'll just get right into it. So let's just talk about how Shaunie is a boss because she's making these moves, and this is the focus of the episode because she's looking to get into business in Costa Rica. She wants to open up a boutique hotel out there, and so she's going to turn this into a fun work trip. And she's going to invite all the ladies except for a few. So they first head out to the grow house where her dispensary will be getting the weed that she'll be growing from. And so she's telling the ladies about everything, and they're basically talking about the event that Jen had. So with that event, it was a lot of photographs going on, and the ladies feel like they aren't that cool with Jen. So by not being cool with Jen and the photos and it going public, they feel like the public and their families are looking at them sideways because they consider that to be fake. They're not really cool with her. They're trying to make amends, but I think it's going to take a little baby step process versus like just going public so quickly. Just think about like if you jump into a relationship and you're pretty new, you don't want to really go public too soon because that's when, you know, it gets kind of crazy. People can make comments. People are still questioning what's going on. So I think that's where the ladies were coming from when they saw the pictures being released. However, they took the pictures, and I don't know what they thought was going to happen when they took those photos, even though they were uncomfortable. I think they should have just said no in the moment. Sometimes you just gotta, if you're not comfortable with something, you just gotta walk away. And I think it was enough for them to be there and to support her. I think that was showing growth in their relationship. But, you know, because they're so public figures and a lot of people talk crap about them, I think they just wanted to stay out of the limelight in that predicament. But I don't know if Jen is at fault for what they're saying is like she's just putting it out there as a PR stunt and just wants everyone to think that they're cool because, like I said, they were there. She was doing something for her mother. She wanted everyone's support. I think that's why everybody came because it was something so near and dear to her, and they knew that she was hurt, and they know that she's still going through a mourning process. So I think it's, you know, very important for the ladies to have a sisterhood. And I think that's where they're having the trouble because they just don't know how to have sisterhood. They're just messy. And it seems like as soon as they take a few steps forward, they fall back 10. And that's unfortunate that the ladies are feeling this way. Evelyn and Shaunie is also telling them about the trip that she's planning and that she's thinking about inviting Jackie, who they're also having a few issues with, but they're okay to be around her. Even though she's a little kooky, they say if she brings some meds, it's okay if Jackie comes. And I think Jackie is the fun, lively one of the group. So if she comes on a trip, she'll have fun with them. And I think that's why they're not tripping so much. But I do want to get into Malaysia being kind of shady because she posted a picture of the ladies at the event and she cropped out Jennifer's head. But I just want to know, what app did she use to crop her out? Because that was super shady. You guys let me know on the live chat if you know what you used to blur somebody's head out of the middle of the picture. And she kind of left her ponytail, so it's like, you know, you being shady. Some of that stuff is uncalled for, you know, like it's just not cool. how they can just be mature. One person that I feel like is, growing is Tammy. Jackie also, I feel like Jackie is also growing, and I feel like that's why the ladies are, even though she may rub people the wrong way at times, that, they still love Jackie. Even Shaunie said, I can't stay mad at Jackie, So Shaunie is showing around the dispensary grow house, and it was just dirt, and it's just good to see the progress that she's doing. She's doing so well, and she's also, planning this Costa Rica trip. There's going to be a total of 17,000 plants. I don't know how much wheat that's going to turn into, and how the turnover is like when you like harvest it and then you like try to get more. I don't know how long that's going to take, but hopefully it's going to make a lot of money for her, because I know she's putting a lot of money into it. Let's get into the meat of the episode. For me, when Jennifer gets called out at the Brandon Jennings house, that was like, towards the end. But this is what everybody's been waiting for. They've been waiting to gang up on Jen. I feel like things get heated. First, Jackie is there, and she tells Jen that she's not invited to Costa Rica. And as soon as she tells her, of course, Evelyn and Shaunie begin to walk up. And Jackie's like, I gotta tell you something. I gotta tell you. And, I just feel like she's being overly eager because she doesn't want things to get misconstrued. And when you tell the lady something in this group, I feel like you have to say it in front of everybody. And I think that's kind of where Jackie was coming from. So she's like, I told Jen she's not invited. However, Shaunie, she feels like that wasn't Jackie's place. And unfortunately, when you tell somebody something, unless you told the other person first, you have a chance of that information getting out. Now, she didn't say don't tell Jen, or I'm going to tell her. So I felt like Jackie was trying to avoid the situation she had with Malaysia and telling Jen what was going on. And it's just crazy to me how 1 minute the ladies are cool and telling Jen like, oh, don't worry about this, I'm at your event, and then the next minute they're like, we're uncomfortable, we don't like you, and it gets confusing. I can tell why the ladies are getting fed up with the show. Basically, Shaunie wants to know why there was a conversation going, and then Malaysia pops in. She's saying that, she has a problem as well. Dominique, who is Jennifer's friend, didn't know that they were all in a bad space. And, it's just crazy to me because Evelyn says her issue in San Diego was that Jen apologized, but she was only apologizing because she was pressed too. And if she wasn't, it would have never came. Who's to say? I don't think she wanted to apologize either. I feel like she lied. She denied it. She didn't own up to everything. Shaunie is even saying like she heard directly from her, not only the other things that was said about Shanice and things, but some things were said directly to Shaunie. And so Shaunie's like, oh, so you're calling me a liar? Because Jennifer basically says to the group that the things about Shaunie's being a latchkey kid, she never said. So that's when Shaunie was like, oh, I do have a problem with you, and you're not invited, and I'm, I don't even want to be around you anymore. So that's, understandable. And I just feel like you have to remove yourself from toxic energy when you can't force it. Like, I know this is basketball wives, I know this is a sisterhood, but Jen has Dominique, so I think that's the best thing for her, is to just, like she did, walk away and say deuces, ladies. I don't know if she'll be back. I don't know. Maybe they'll bring, maybe she'll be friends with OG. Maybe she'll bring back some new cast members that she can talk to next season. I'm not sure, but yeah, Jen is out of that scene, so she walks away. And Malaysia says Jen put out the word that they were good and they were not because of the photos. And Jen is in the confessional like, girl, who are you? You are not Michelle Obama. You're not that important. And I feel like Jen definitely wanted support in showing that, people were at her event. I don't necessarily feel like it had to be, the ladies. It could have been any celebrity, but I feel like because they were there, it only makes sense to show the photos. So I don't know what was said along with the photos. I don't know if they just posted the photos, if they posted a caption saying, we're having a great time together. I don't know what that was going on, but it's only right for her to post the photos. It was her event. She wanted exposure. I don't think it was a PR stunt on her end. However, we don't know. These ladies are sneaky. They're conniving, some of them. So who knows what these ladies are thinking. But, I think that's what's causing a lot of these ladies to not show to people's events. And we'll get into that later about how the ladies didn't show up to OG's gala. Like I said, they're moving backwards. They're not making any amends. I don't know what's going on, because one person I see like just playing both sides of the fence is just Evelyn. She's like, one minute she's cool, next minute she's like, I don't like you. I don't know what's going on with Evelyn, but she needs to do some soul searching. She says she's doing it, but she needs to do a little more. Now, at this same event, OG kind of calls out Evelyn saying, I'm mad you didn't come to my event and you didn't even say anything. And on top of that, you were talking mess about me and my toes. So talking about people is shady, but do you feel like that OG should be able to take a joke, or do you feel like the ladies are just being mean girls? Because sometimes we joke with our friends, but they're not friends. So it's like you have to be kind of careful when you're, getting to know someone and how you talk to them. So I think Evelyn's definitely being kind of mean, and she's like, at least she owned up to it. She didn't backtrack like Phoebe does. She's like, yeah, I called you Toji, but I thought it was funny. And OG's like, well, stop looking at my toes. It's hard not to look at, especially when the cameramen are constantly zooming in, like they're being shady. I don't know if Shaunie has something to do with them zooming in like that, because she's part of the production team too. But they even zoomed in on her red pumps tonight. I'm glad she had on some nice pumps and everything, because they were still trying her. I don't like how they doing OG. That's my girl. So I just want to get into how much I appreciate you all for tuning in each and every week. No matter what, you guys are commenting, you're showing love. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, show us love on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating, listen to us on Spotify. However you need to, you can tune in. We're here for you each and every week, giving you the tea. I'm your host, and I love it here because this is one of my favorite shows, and I get to talk about it every week and watch it every week. So I just
shout out some of the fans we got on the chat. We got Kia J, CC Freak, Sarah Slowly, Artie Barn, Omi Lola, Give Me Shelter, and Tyler Frederick.
Ooh, you guys are in the house. Let me just see a little bit about what you guys are saying. Hey, y'all, from Kia J. Hey, girl, I'm going to be honest. I'm so over this show and this bullying biased ways. That's from CC Freak. Looks like CC reads Evelyn out in Costa Rica. That's why she chases CC down the driveway and goes into the bushes. That's from Artie Barn. I'm scrolling down a little more. Twitter and IG was on fire today. That's from Artie Barn as well. Yes, I found some fire tweets. I'm going to get into that later today.
Ooh, Convo. I actually have a comment right here. I want to hear your take on it. CC Freak says that Shaunie is a fake. What is your thoughts about that?
Ooh, she can be, but I feel like at the end of the day, like she said, she'll speak for herself, but we don't know if she would have, said something at the event, because Jackie didn't give her a chance. But I do feel like sometimes she's kind of like, I don't like how she did Tammy, and I feel like that's one of the reasons Tammy walked away, because they were friends and Tammy was part of the core group. But hey, Tammy's not feeling her anymore, so I think she can be a little bit shady. And I feel like out of everyone, she considers Evelyn her BFF. So, and you see how Evelyn acts. She's very shady and very switchy side. So she must be, they say birds of a feather flock together. So I think so. So let's get right into Tammy embracing her alter ego. I'm so proud of Tammy and what she's doing for her career and elevating and using this as a platform to elevate, because a lot of people, they, end up off the show and know what they're doing, or they may have a business or something, but they're not in the limelight anymore. But Tammy's not giving up. She's been a reality OG since Real World. And she has plenty more to go. She's Tatiana Trill. She has comedy and, acting, all of that. So I'm so proud of her. She's married and, enjoying her life. So I think this is a great time. Like she said, she's been 10 years in and, time to move on and elevate. So she is actually recording her music video. And as she's looking forward to the future, she's looking like Meg Thee Stallion with her little sparkly unitard on. So I thought, what she was rapping, it sounded really good. I don't think this is a real rap, like it's going to be real rap career. I think this is more like part of her comedy sketch or just like part of her arsenal. But she still sounds good. She looks good. I hope the video comes out well. She says she's growing and all about Black excellence. I don't know what she means by that, because to me she looks kind of ratchet in this outfit, but she still looks good. Her body looks good. Her weave looks good. So do your thing, girl. They show a little montage of like her time on the show. And it's been 9 long years. And we've seen her cry, we've seen her laugh, we've seen her, support the other ladies as well as them support her. But she's been in more BS than I think anybody. And it's just time to just let it go. And I think it's good to walk away on a high note. She wishes everyone well, and that's good for her. And she also gets a visit from OG while she's doing things on set. And it's good to see that, OG is supporting her and that, she's supporting OG. She sends her a gift even though she's not able to attend the gala. And, OG can't be mad at that, because that's all you can ask for when somebody invites you somewhere and you can't make it. At least let me know. And that's what real friends do. So I feel like I feel a budding friendship going there, and she gives her some advice about how to deal with everything that's going on. But OG, she's not as ready to walk away from the show as Tammy is or Jen is, because she says she still has some fight left in her. She's not one to give up. She has more things in store because she wants Kwame to go to the league. Kwame is planning on going to the league. And so she just wants to continue on with the show. So I don't know how she's going to do that with these girls, like treating her bad like they do. Like they talk crap about her. They don't show up at her thing. I just feel like I don't know who's going to be her alliance, since Tammy is definitely leaving and Jen, we don't know if she's coming back. So, yeah. She just feels like the ladies don't respect her. And, it's one question I have out there for you guys listening is, when you give respect, do you feel like that automatically in turn makes you makes a person want to give you respect in turn? I don't think so, the way things are going. However, she has gotten the rap of being aggressive. She said some things that could be taken that way. We all know that. However, she's never jumped on the table. She's never thrown a bottle. She's never put her hands on anybody just yet. So I feel like she's using her words, and that she is just standing up for herself. And I don't see anything wrong with that. So I just feel like her extending the olive branch to invite the ladies, they should at least, tried. Ladies, try to embrace her, because she's a nice person. I mean, we've seen her on the show here. I've met her in person. I like her personality. I think she's pretty nice and she's real. And what else I think is real is Byron and Cece's love. It was so great to see them on a date night. It's so special to get time with your significant other, and a little one-on-one time never hurt anyone. And Cece is feeling kind of scared, even though she's so excited about being married, so excited about planning the wedding. She's going through health complications. She's not feeling right. She has to go to the doctor and get some tests run on her. And she's scared, like a lot of people would be if they had the same scenario. So she tells Byron about it on the date, and he's very concerned because he feels like, my mom died from cancer. I think Cece's mom also had breast cancer. So it is something that is hurting a lot of families and taking a lot of people's loved ones away. So I feel like she should definitely get checked out sooner than later. And being afraid, you just have to face it and use your support system, which she's doing. OG called and checked on her. Also, Byron is very there for her as well. So before we get out of here, I just want to get into the OG football gala. Now, it was very strange to see that it was so many empty seats there, because, I know she has a whole football team that she played for. And if she's doing this for her 10-year retirement, I'm thinking some players would be there. But it's just like she's really focused on the ladies not showing up, which is the show, of course. But I would have thought that she would invite the teammates, the coaches that are helping her now to coach. Like, where were they? They didn't show up either, but that's neither here nor there. She said she didn't invite Phoebe or Evelyn. And but she wanted the other ladies to see what made her who she is and why she's aggressive, as they say. And she just wanted to, like I said, extend the olive branch to them and just invite her. And Jackie and Jen were the only two that showed. Jackie was happy to see Jen, and Jen, even though they had kind of a little issue because Jackie was acting the fool at her event, Jen comes with a gift. She gives Jackie something very sentimental, a necklace to remember her mother, who also died of cancer. And so I think that was great to show Jen as a genuine friend. I hope that she is a genuine friend to Jackie as well. And she didn't want Jackie to feel like they had any hard feelings. But she does have hard feelings about Malaysia cropping her out of that photo. So, I mean, what does she expect? These ladies, they don't like her. And they don't like what she's doing, and she's not owning up to it. I don't know what Jen can do at this point, but she's saying Malaysia's acting like a little girl for posting that, and that is not right. And I agree, it's a little childish, but at the end of the day, y'all all are being childish, honey. It's like tit for tat with you guys, okay? Shaunie, Tammy, Cece actually told OG that they couldn't come to the event, so they showed her respect in that aspect. And the other ones that didn't, like Evelyn, no, Evelyn wasn't even invited, I'm sorry. The other ladies who didn't show, like, she doesn't feel like it's a sisterhood. I was kind of surprised that Cece didn't show, though. Like, I thought that was her ride or die. But, people have lives. People have other things to do. So we can't expect everyone to drop everything and come to our events. And Shaunie says that she hasn't really been building a bond with people. So that's another reason why I think they weren't, like, trying to make an effort to even show to her event. So, yeah, it's kind of... sad that the ladies can't get along, but one thing I did notice was that Phoebe was still talking crap this episode, talking about Jackie's old. And I did a little research. I looked up everyone's age. Evelyn, Shaunie, and Jackie, to be exact. So Jackie is the oldest out of everyone. She's 50 years old, born in 1969. Shaunie and Evelyn, they're not too far away. Shaunie's 6 years younger. She's 44. And Evelyn's 43. So, I mean, with Phoebe sitting there talking to Evelyn like, oh, she's old, she's this and that, I don't understand how they don't feel a certain kind of way, because they're closer to her age than Phoebe is. So they just pick and choose when to be mad and when to be shady and all of that good stuff. So whatever. What else can we get into? Oh, Jackie's podcast. So her podcast is going well, and this is where she's showing that she's out here working and doing her thing. And I'm just glad to see the ladies doing great. OG and Kwame are house hunting. He's giving her the answers that she wants. And she doesn't have a ring or a baby yet, but he says within the next 3 years, they will have all of that. And OG is fine with that. She's fine with getting her time frame and answers that she needs. So, you guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in with me. I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. My prediction...
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
My prediction for next episode. Cece, woo, I saw her in the montage going in, and I'm glad she's standing up for herself. It's about time that they showed her standing up for herself, because I know she can handle herself if need be. She is trained to fight, and I think she can, kickbox pretty well. So what I do feel like is going to happen in next episode, we're going to find out that she's going to be healthy. She's going to be able to live long, enjoy her marriage, and I don't think she's going to go through a cancer scare. So that's my prediction for next episode. I'm your host, Miss Conversation Piece. Make sure you tune in with me next week as we continue on with Basketball Wives. You can also check me out on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, as well as Growing Up Hip Hop. Thank you so much again, and we'll shout you out. Make sure you leave a comment, like, subscribe. Till next week. Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.